not. No. I was pouring for something else, but you get the first shot of ambrosia to kick off our evening together. What's this to, my love?
This is to what an amazing audience you guys have been over the last 2 weeks, and I love you guys. Cheers! Cheers!
Well, hello, weary adventurers. Please settle in, make yourselves at home. We have a few tavern-keeping items to go over before we embark on our journey together tonight. First, please make sure that you have scanned the fantasy QR code, which can be found on the cast page of your playbill. This will ensure that you get to help make decisions over the course of our time together, and it's these decisions that are going to help shape our quest. Now, please do not worry if you have little to no knowledge of Dungeons & Dragons. We are all here to help you create this once-in-a-lifetime story together. We've got your back. The first, yes, yours specifically. Woo! Now, the first decision I am sending to you is for you to choose the color of the sticker you also received tonight. They were either red, blue, or green, because yes, the free merch was for something. Now, for some reason you have lost yours, did not receive one, or felt the line at concessions was too long, so you decided to eat it. That's fine. Just choose whatever color you feel in your heart. Everything will be okay. Also, I want to encourage everyone to take any photo and video you'd like over the course of our time together, because the real treasure is the social media followers we make along the way. I know, we're the only theater in New York that's going to let you have your phone out. I'm not going to yell at you. I'm not Patty LuPone. I'm actively employed right now. That's the main difference. What's she going to do? Fight me? I got Hasbro money. But with all that settled, our journey is about to begin. So sit back, play well, and prepare for adventure.
Chaos is a terrifying proposition. The danger of an unpredictable world is so counter to our very nature that any change, even change for the better, can be a frightful thing. Nevertheless, this dynamic landscape is yours to explore. The adventurers of the past have shaped our stories, but it is we who now hold the pen, and we are going to venture forth bravely and wisely to tell this tale together. But what dangers will arise? How will they be faced? Who will join us on our journey, and what will their legacy be? What decisions will be made, and how will they shape our collective destiny?
Tell us, Papa.
It is time to find out at the 20-Sided Tavern! Welcome, adventurers, to the 20-Sided Tavern! This is an improvised experience where the story we tell tonight, we will never tell again. Now we're going to kick things off with a bit of a call and response. When we say ale, you respond, and well met. Ready?
Ale!
And well met!
Ale!
And well met!
Alien! Let's try that one more time. Ale!
And well met!
And welcome to the 20-Sided Tavern.
It is time to leave your worries behind and dive into the Forgotten Realms and find out why do we keep forgetting them. That's right. It is a land full of fantastically named creatures such as Flumps, gibbering mouths, and winners of the Astral Plane World Series. That's right. The New York Yankees!
That's right. The fourth wall has been shattered.
Yeah!
And the fate of our story rests squarely in your hands. Hi, friend. What's your name? Amanda. Absolutely lovely to meet you, Amanda. The fate of our story rests squarely in Amanda's hands. Just Amanda. Each and every one of you little Amandas is going to have a chance in crafting our story. You'll decide where we go, who we meet, and how our story ends.
Parts of the narrative we will decide. Parts of the narrative you will decide.
And parts of the narrative will be decided by the glorious randomness that is the dice. It's upon the side.
Here's an example. Let's say a decision has been made.
I decide to do a really cool stunt. The roll of the 20-sided die will determine how successful we are.
A natural 20 is an automatic success.
It means the player does exactly what they wanted to do as well as they possibly could.
Okay, give me some energy. Here.
I also decide to do a really cool stunt.
Yeah!
May not go according to plan.
A natural 1 is an automatic failure.
It means the player does as bad a job as possible, often with disastrous
Here we go,
results.
let's go!
Oh, man. Oh, God, get us some ice. Well, obviously those two roles were predetermined for demonstrative purposes, but to prove to you that much of our quest really will be left up to chance, we need one. very brave, very thirsty volunteer. Let's see some hands.
Yeah.
Will, bring me somebody.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody thirsty? Please!
You leave everything in. What's your name? Piku. Say hi to Piku.
How you doing tonight, Piku?
Fantastic. My first time in New York. What a time it's gonna be, Piku.
Right over here, Piku.
Come on over here.
All right, Piku, and I'll introduce you to my friend Dev here.
Now, I'm here holding two magical liquids. One is a shot of ambrosia, which is actually apple juice, and the other is a shot of the deadliest poison, which is pickle juice, probably. Hopefully.
Now, Piku, I'm going to ask you to make a perception check to see if you can tell the difference between which one is the ambrosia and which one is the poison. The DC or difficulty class on this check is going to be a 10.
However, the last time this module was run, our adventurers didn't do so well at their journey, so we are going to give you a modifier. We're going to subtract 1 from whatever you roll. That's right, how you all do today will affect the show tomorrow, so lock in!
So, if you roll high enough, you pass the perception check and you know what you're drinking. But if you roll too low, you have no idea what's in those cups.
I can just take my glasses off and not know.
Okay, so I'm rolling with disadvantage.
Yeah. Let's leave it up to the dice for tonight, but we can't see what Pico's rolling with these teeny tiny baby dice. It's time to bring out the decider! All right, Pico, take a hold of the decider, give it a gentle toss towards me.
Like a bowling ball, man. That's a 14 minus 1 for a 13. We did it!
So it is the ambrosia for Pico and for Dev, the poison.
Ah, but is it poison? Here's to pickle balls, picklebacks, and other pickled things. Cheers.
Thank you so much, Pico. Let's give him one more hand. Now that we have crossed the first rule of New York off of our bucket list, which is drinking from unmarked containers, let's go ahead and introduce ourselves. Hi, everyone. My name is Diego, and tonight I will be your dungeon master. Now, I used to be an explorador, but Dora won't return my calls. On an unrelated note, does anyone know the fair market value for a talking map? We'll figure it out later. But what good is a dungeon master without a rules lawyer to keep him in line? I want y'all to go berserk for the master of all magic and mechanics here at the 20-Sided Tavern. Your tavern keeper, stop! Stop, baby, how you doing?
Doing gorgeous, how are you?
Oh, dude, I'm ready to rock! You ready to run this game?
I absolutely am. You've got a good partner in crime. You're talking to the gay son of an attorney who's been playing D&D since he was a child, and I worked at a Renaissance fair for 7 years.
Let's go.
I'm here, I will get you off.
Oh.
Legally, sorry. And why not? Now, we have created a fantastic world for our players tonight.
Let's see how they screw it up tonight! With the sword!
Hey!
And Will!
These 3 cutie pies will be your playable characters.
Now, hopefully by now, you've scanned the fantasy QR code on your program, chosen your cohort, and aligned yourself to one of our character groups.
Now let's meet these groups, starting with our red team, Team Warrior! Team Spellcaster! Team Green Machine, Team Trickster! What would a quest be without some heroes who do the heroing? Each of our adventurers here is familiar with 3 different characters.
Each with their own individual character sheets that highlight their various skills and abilities.
Some of us are better at punching and pummeling, manipulation and magic.
Sneaking and seducing.
As an example, here's my character sheet.
As you can see, brimming with charisma.
Yes, but with a wisdom score which explains why I just recently started dividing my paycheck into savings and checkings.
Their special skills include persuasion, performance, and investigation.
Yes, I was the Inspector Gadget of my hometown. In that I was rebuilt stronger, but better.
Go Gadget DM.
Ah!
His hit points or HP are looking very nice, and his armor class or AC determines how hard he is to hit.
Do it. Do it, do it. I need to feel a lot. Ah! A bruised butt to begin the show.
Just how
I'm
I
not
like
a
it.
nickel. Now, that's enough about us. We should talk about them for a moment.
Yes, let's go ahead as our meteor players, kicking it off with our warrior, Maddie! Oh my goodness, Maddie, it's so good to see you in red.
Yes, tonight is my first time as warrior.
Oh, I would love to know, just kind of in general, have you ever like broken a bone or like had like any sort of like grievous injury of that kind?
I have never broken a single bone, so sounds like tonight is the night to change that. Hell yeah, workers' comp!
Hell yeah, workers, huh? All right, why don't we go ahead and turn you over to the audience so you can go ahead and pick your character.
All right, my warriors! I want everyone to take a deep collective breath right now. Feel the power thrumming in your bones. Know that you will stand in front of the lines to defend the people that you love. And on the count of 3, we're going to give me your best warrior pose and battle cry. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ah! Very good. Also, I think someone just did the Wolverine pose. Hell yeah. With that, my warriors, you are ready to choose who I will play this evening. Will I be A, an airhead, B, a land bird, or C, a sea puss? Warriors, it's your choice. Ah!
Come on.
A sea puss!
That means your warrior will be Persica de la Savoy! Ahoy there, ladies! It's Persica de la Savoy! While her days of captaining the ship may be long behind her, she's finding her sea legs on shore with a whole new crew. Whether she's weathering a caterwauling storm or dishing out punishment with a cat of 9 tails, she's always ready for adventure and some good feline wordplay. Persica! Anytime I get on a boat, I get seasick.
Yar! 'Tis the briny deep that I fear, but after losing 8, only 9 cat lives, you realize it's time. What's over yonder? Whoa!
That's some booty to be explored for later. But Persica, you're down to 1 life, it sounds like. Why don't you go backstage, we'll go ahead and keep you safe and get you some new crew members.
Yar! May I not break a bone on this auspicious night? For workers' comp!
All right, that's your warriors sorted away. Let's go ahead and meet your spellcaster, Deborah Wild. Oh, Deb.
Oh, Diego! Double D! D&D, if you will!
Boom! Nice little belly pat. All right, same question for you. Ever had like a grievous injury?
No, I don't know why the theme of tonight is a grievous injury. No, I've only really ever had my tonsils out.
You got your tonsils.
Yeah.
Did you need to go under like Oh, wow, yeah.
Can't you see?
I mean, honestly, I don't know what I'm looking for. But you have a very becoming uvula. And like, it looks very nice.
Buy me a drink first, at least.
All right, why don't you go ahead and talk to the spellcaster before I get...
Guys, let me see your magic fingers! Let me see the schwa schwa schwa! That's the magic word, schwa schwa schwa! Okay, I feel like you're not buying it. It's fine. So, we're moving on. Would you like to see me play a zodiactress, a bewitching blue hair, or bone mommy? No, it's your choice.
Your spellcaster, Dustin Dustin is an undead wizard cowboy, which is arguably the coolest combination of words I've said so far today. Besides their book of spells, their most prized possession is the coffee mug that keeps them alive, emblazoned with the slogan, "Don't talk to me until I've had my life essence." Dustin! I gotta say, you're always so quick on the draw, Dustin. How do you keep your bony hands with the spell slinging so fast?
You speak very fast, and I'd like to tell you a little something. What's your name?
Diego.
Diego, I like that name. It's hot. Now, you might have introduced me as Dustine.
Yes.
You actually didn't, but you said Dustin. Either way, my friends call me Denise.
May I be your friend?
Amy.
Denise.
Okay.
I didn't know a skeleton could blush. Let's go ahead and send you back off stage so we can go ahead and meet the rest of the party. See you later, Denise! Alright, we got your warrior and spellcaster sorted out. Now go ahead and put your hands life insurance policies? What you got?
Yeah, the worst one so far was when my whole kneecap slid out of place about this far, and I was screaming on the floor while somebody slid it back into place like we were in a Civil War medic tent.
Lord Almighty.
I love today's match.
The crucial part about this is that during that whole thing, Stacy's mom was blaring on the speakers.
Honestly, top 10 songs to have your knee relocated to.
Sure.
Let me go ahead, send you over to the tricksters. Go ahead and get your character chosen.
Okay, my fellow sneakies, my tricksters, let me hear you! We're gonna commit some crimes. So we have to clear the record, right? When I say it, you say wasn't me. It!
Wasn't me!
It!
Wasn't me!
And now that none of us can be incriminated, you get to tell me who we are going to play tonight. Will I be A, an angry imp, B, a suspect wizard, or C, budget Astarian?
Budget Astarian!
Welcome to the party, your friend and mine. Which one's this one?
Timberlane the Greatest.
Timberlane the Greatest. Timberlane is as Bard gets. With a maxed out charisma and a penchant for seducing anything with a pulse, he imagines himself the protagonist of a very sexy story. With an ego the size of a giraffe, Tamberlane is certain to be inspiring his teammates into battle from behind the safety of a very large rock. Tamberlane! Did you know I was at your very first concert back in the Waterdeep days?
An original fan.
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you. I love all the new stuff you've been coming up with. Always a new song on the lips.
Has to be. I mean, to ask me if you're nasty was a good hit, but I think I could have treated it a little more.
Honestly, the remix really did it for me.
Yes, of course.
All right, so we're about to set off on a party. Is there anything you're nervous about, excited about?
Oh, nervous? Well, taxes.
So am I, honestly. April 15th is around the corner. Why don't we go ahead, send you off stage, and we can get this party underway.
See you soon.
The heroes have been chosen and adventure is near at hand. We will now dive into the Forgotten Realms where we're gonna battle monsters, solve a riddle or two, and God's willing save the world. Friends, the 20-Sided Tavern is proud to present tonight's adventure, The Tomb of Havoc. The world in which our tale begins is blackened by constant threats and wanton acts of destruction. Those foolish enough to call themselves heroes work against often insurmountable odds. People whisper about a new dawn breaking. How could they not? Without hope, the inhabitants of this world would have little to cling to. But for now, our world perseveres. The heroes that protect the realm do so with little assistance and even less luck. Yet there are quests to be completed, side quests to be completed, and the struggle for survival continues. We begin on the outskirts of one of the most influential cities in all of Faerun, the City of Splendors, the crown of the North, or Waterdeep to her friends. It is on a well-beloved side street between a fantasy pawn shop and a Chipotle on hands that our story truly begins in a humble little tap house called the Curious Hedgehog. Ah, yes, the Curious Hedgehog, a renowned way station destination for veteran heroes and first-time adventurers alike. It is in this humble boozery that so many lives have been changed, so many grand epics have begun. And our story begins, as so many do, with the unlikeliest of heroes.
All right. It's fine. It's fine. She's fine.
Totally fine.
I'm absolutely fine. Not a fucking skeleton at all.
Hey guys!
Hello, Denise.
Funny's happening with my body, but I'm not sure. You know, does anyone have a mirror?
No, Denise. Listen, you said that spell you were trying out, it might backfire. Were you aware of how it could backfire?
Yes. Did you happen to see any side effects on
I
that
feel
spell?
a little bonier than before, but that's about it.
Right. Well,
And you know, my voice feels kind of different, you know?
Less like this and more like this. Yar, I do have an English accent.
You begin to ponder the myriad of changes that the spell has affected on your body when you're suddenly overcome by a deep and needful thirst.
Yar, test your organs.
Yes,
Let's have a drink, Yar.
You make your way to the bar, and after much revelry, the bill comes due. The bartender, a jovial man with a bushy red beard, sidles over to your party. My friend in the green hair right here. Can I have a name for this bartender, please? Hey, it's up here. It's just you and me. Don't worry about anybody else. We got it. Just shoot from the hip. You can't go wrong. Miles? Or in England, he would be known as kilometers. Miles it is! Hello again, adventurers! It's me, Miles, with smiles for miles. Now that I'm on a first-name basis, what do you say we settle up that tab, eh?
I met your brother Yards.
Listen, Yards is the black sheep of the family. He never can measure up.
He was the longest Yards I've ever had to deal with.
It is clear that our heroes are not trying to pay their tab and are instead trying to come up with some bullshit. Let's go ahead and see what we can do about this. Let's bring it back to you. Our heroes don't have the money to pay their tab, so they're going to try and talk their way out of the situation. But how exactly? Will they tell the truth or a lie? Persuasion or deception? Ultimately, it's your choice.
All right.
Why is it? Why did that train go straight through me?
I gotta tell you.
Deception!
Wow, shocking deception. Who knew? Setting your morals aside for a moment, you decide to
The
lie.
consequence here is that the difficulty class for this check is going to be an 18, which is I'm so sorry.
I think they're learning that actions have consequences.
Yeah, y'all decided to lie. It's your own damn fault.
But who is going to be doing the convincing? Players, I'm going to ask you each to roll and add your deception skill from your character sheet. Whoever gets the highest score is going to take the lead on this lie. Let's go ahead and kick it over to our warrior, Percival. What you got?
It's my first roll.
Yeah!
Oh, my babies, Yar.
Do we have any modifiers to add to that, Percival?
+2 for it doesn't matter.
A 7! You never know. Let's see what Denise has.
It's a 7 minus 1 because I'm very deceptive and not bony.
All right, for a 6 total, let's go ahead, Tamberlane.
Let me handle this. That's what I thought.
There you go.
That's going to be a 13 plus 7 for a filth.
Absolutely filthy 20. Now, I want to take this opportunity to introduce another important mechanic to the way we play D&D here at the 20-Sided Tavern. If ever throughout you feel like a character's dice don't land ideally, you may directly impact the story by calling for a reroll.
Now, rerolls are exclusive to D20 rolls, and when a reroll is called, both the player and all of you, our adventurers, will complete a challenge to see how successful that reroll will be. But keep in mind, we only have one reroll for the entirety of the quest, and naturally, we cannot reroll a 1 or a 20. And remember the last part, you're going to forget in an hour and a half.
Yes. Also, clarifying question, can you reroll the DM?
No.
Can you reroll a death saving throw?
Not on your life.
All right, now that we've gotten that out of the way, we have a 7, a 6, and a dirty 20 on the table. Is it worth trying to reroll one of these now, or should we save it?
Reroll.
Sounds like a save it, so let's go ahead and save it. All right then, that's going to be Tamberlane taking the lead on this. Call and lie to Miles about why you can't pay your tab.
Look, on our quest for immortality, I have this one. Miles,
Oh, yes, sir.
you know before whom you stand?
My lord and master, apologies. I did not know the grandeur of your station.
Indeed, I don't think you did. You see, I am Tamburlaine, the greatest vampire lord that ever spoke.
Vampires in these lands! I'm gonna have to get my garlic steak out soon.
I don't think that would be necessary.
Hey, whoa, you can't bring outside food and drink into my bar!
Serving blood in here, don't do you?
Okay, honestly, if there is gonna be more of a vampire population here, it would make sense for me to stock some more blood.
Yes, well, given that there's none here now, that's fairly discriminatory, is it not?
Oh, goodness, I don't want to get in trouble with the Vampire Justice League.
Oh, certainly.
Listen, give me a fortnight and I will be able to have some blood stocked in here. Honestly, it's a great way to diversify our revenue stream.
I don't have a fortnight. I need something done now.
Okay, all right, I see where you're going. This deception is turning into intimidation. Why don't I go ahead and comp your entire bar tab for tonight?
That sounds just sharp enough.
All right, this deception has been a success.
Do me! I've got lots of flesh for my bones! Do me!
Just pretend. Just pretend. Oh, so much blood in that.
Yes.
That's hard.
Excuse me, your lordship.
Well, yeah.
I don't mean to interrupt, but I wanted to give you this. The bartender reaches behind the counter and produces a small trinket.
Now, to symbolize that and any other items that you all may acquire along your journey, we're going to hand you an item card.
For your success at deception, you have received the free drink token, a very powerful magical item. I wanted to thank you for pointing out this blind sight, this blind spot in my business. I will want to make sure that I cater to all of my patrons, living, or well, undead, living, and undead. I'm sorry, I don't got it.
What do you mean, undead? I'm Denise! And I'm very much alive. And you would think twice before saying that.
In this moment, as you're cornering up the bartender, suddenly the door to the Curious Hedgehog flies open, and an elderly wizard in a hooded cloak stumbles in. It is clear that this is a very immensely powerful wizard. Miles calls out to the wizard by name. That name is what? Let me get someone over here. Yeah, Nola. Jeff.
Miles, Jeff, we're all in a fraternity.
Have you played Dungeons and Dragons? Yeah, so you know we're about to set on a world full of swords and sorcery, fantasy and magic, and now we have the great and powerful wizard!
Jeff.
Can I get a qualifier for him? Jeff the blank. The what?
Jeff the man whore?
Yes.
Oh my.
Great, we have Miles and Jeff the man whore. Everyone's in a fraternity.
Alright, we're gonna roll with Jeff the man whore.
I think, mostly because I work for Hasbro, we'll just refer to him as Jeff the MW.
Perfect.
Don't all know what it means, but it keeps me duly employed.
JTM. Alright, JTM stumbles into the establishment. He is distraught. Oh, I need help! And he holds his hand out to you. You can see the flesh is beginning to necrotize and rot. Skeleton and sinew bustling out underneath it. I was meddling around with magics! Deep, powerful magics, and it seems to have backfired. Please, I need your help! As you can see that he continues to be worried and anxious and afflicted, the more and more that his breath becomes out of control, the more the rot spreads throughout his entire body until it's consumed a half of his space. It is clear that this wizard needs help calming down. How can you each propose to calm down this wizard?
Yar, for Jeff the MW. I'll put the B in that MW.
Put the B in the MW, spellcaster.
I just give him an x-ray.
Give him an X-ray. And Timberlake,
I could take his helpless hand.
take his helpless hand. Now we have three choices set up before you. Set up the warrior, the spellcaster, and the trickster. But how will we calm down the wizard? It's your choice.
I'm voting against it. I see the little hand.
All right.
What?
We're going to put the B in the MW.
So, Maddie, what the hell does that mean?
I'm gonna take him for a ride, baby. Seems like a person who is often been in control and perhaps relinquishing Senate.
Yeah.
It's going to be athletics.
Amazing, I love that. But
It makes sense!
No, wait a minute. How do you sit?
If I fits, I sits, baby. I'm the king here.
Alright, so we're queuing up an athletics roll, but I want to keep the rest of the warriors involved. Stuff, what do we got?
Yeah, alright, so we're gonna have them do a multi-click. So my warriors, get those devices out, because in a moment a button is going to appear on them, and you're gonna tap that button as many times as you can, and your goal is for your collective taps to land the bar above that line up there. If you do, I'm gonna boost this sit by 5, but if you don't, I'm subtracting 3. So, on my mark, get set, go.
Alright, come on, warriors! Alright, let's go.
Such a screaming success. Go ahead, roll athletics for me, Persica. Add 5 plus your athletics modifier.
Plus 11 now.
Yep, that's a plus 6 to my athletics as is. This is plus 11. Let's go.
All right.
15!
That is going to be a screaming success. Why don't we go ahead, paint a picture. Let's see what putting the...
You go first.
Putting the
Right,
being...
Yar.
Yar, if you'd please take
I would love to.
My flesh! My skin! Oh my goodness!
Yar.
Yeah?
It is in this moment that I realize I exist to serve. To be something that can be built upon. To be a solid horsey. You can see that the wizard's breath begins to slow. The necrotizing of his flesh begins to reverse. Skin turns back, nice and healthy. There's still some spots of patchiness here where you can see muscle and bone and sinew, but it is clear now the wizard has been calmed.
Yar, wizard, please. If you might notice, one of our compatriots over yonder seems to have the same affliction.
Oh my goodness! Then it seems that the terror that has afflicted me is spreading further and further afield. Please, heroes, you must meet me at my home in the North Ward. I will await you there. Hopefully we are able to reverse these horrible magics. And oh my goodness, what beautiful normal flesh you have. With a clap of his hands and a puff of flesh, the wizard disappears.
Ooh, num 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 num.
It is, he is clearly Denise, please. He is giving you clear instructions to his home, and adventure is calling your name.
Take the puff of flesh.
Nope, you're gonna go roll a constitution save.
Really?
Yeah, you ate puff of flesh.
Okay, then I am going to use, this is so cool, I finally can do this, I'm going to use my Armor of Agathis, which is on a Constitution save, I get +5. Yeah.
DC on this matter, we'll kick it off easy, it's going to be a DC 12.
Okay. That is a 6.
Plus 5 for an 11.
+2.
Damn it.
For... Give me that
I've
skin.
been there. I've been there.
Pass away, you feast on the puffs of flesh and fill your belly as much as you need. Miles suddenly speaks up and says, "Excuse me, your lordship.
Yes?
Thank you once more for gracing my humble establishment. Next time you come through, I'll be sure to be stocked up on O positive, A negative, and AB kind of.
I expect liters of it and no less.
Liters! Oh, you can trust on Miles to give you liters. With that, he ushers you out the door. You continue your journey to Waterdeep and further to the wizard's home.
Yar, Denise. So, did ya recognize anything when you saw that part wizard? The great and mighty Jeff the MW.
I did. I think he really liked me,
Okay.
you know? He kept looking at me like with a look of love.
I
But if there's one thing Denise loves more than having flesh on her bones, it's love.
We know you always talk about how ye have flesh on your bones.
Yes.
But Denise, are you feeling well, hearty?
I feel very hearty. Yar!
Don't make fun of me, Denise. Yar!
The journey into the city proper is marked by an abundance of impersonations of other members of the party. The skyline is dotted with the walking statues of the ancient guardians who watch as you all impersonate one another. The grandeur of Waterdeep inspires you onward. since you were able to calm Jeff, the MW, he gave you directions to his home, ensuring your journey is relatively smooth. But the city street still hosts many dangers. You've just wandered onto the front porch of something very dangerous indeed. You are caught in an alleyway by a trio of menacing figures. One bristling with canine fangs and fur, another having 2 fangs for teeth, and the third, a rotting zombie. It's clear you've been cornered by a trio of Universal movie monsters! Weapons drawn, they rush in your party. It's time to determine our order of attack. Let's roll for initiative.
Yeah!
Alright, we're gonna kick it off with you, Persica. What do you have for initiative?
Yar, that'd be a 6 plus 1 for a 27.
Alright, that's 7.
That is a 7 plus 1 for an 8.
7 plus 1 for 8, Tamberlane.
8 plus 3 for an 11.
8 plus 3 for an 11. Now let's go ahead and see what these movie monsters can do.
We have a tradition here at the 20-sided tavern.
Whenever a player rolls a natural 20, they get to wear a hat of celebration!
Celebration. What is this tube of?
Oh, I would like to dedicate this shot to every single person that was at the Union Square protest today. The only way we're going to change things is if we get loud. We got a nat 20 for me. They get these all guys all have a +2 for initiative, so that's going to be a 22. So it's going to be, the order of attack is going to be the movie monsters, then Tamberlane, then Denise, and Persica bringing up the poop deck. So let's go ahead and kick it off with these movie
The
monsters.
poop deck isn't at the back of the ship.
Wait, no, where is it?
The other part.
All right.
I know everything about ships. Ask me anything.
As you're regaling your party with trivia about different
There's
ships,
part. There's
you
some.
see the first monster come out. The light of the silvery moon shines upon him. His flesh erupts in fur. A wolf man faces down against you. He's going to try and leap on you, striking you with his fangs and claws. What is your armor class? How hard is Percy going to hit?
That's a 16, matey-o.
All right, 16. We got a +2 to hit. Oh!
We have another tradition here at the 20-sided tavern.
Natural 1. They have to wear a hat of shame.
They also get a shot of shame. What is this tube, my love?
You know what? It is a shame that so many people, so many communities feel like they're attacked right now, but I'm proud to say that here at the 20-sided tavern, everybody is welcome. All right, so there's going to be a nat 1 on that attack, and it's going to miss grievously. I'm also going to roll for damage, just so that we know what we have, but I'll do that later at the end. Let's go ahead. The next one, the Fanged Vampire. The creature of the night is going to come at you, Denise. What is your armor class? How hard are you to hit?
It's a really hard-hitting 11.
Hard hitting 11? 18. All right, that's going to be an 18 plus 2, dirty 20. That'll hit. Last but not least, Tamberlane. A shambling zombie is making its way towards you. What is your armor class? How hard are you to hit?
A wonderfully robust, lucky 13.
Lucky 13. Let's see what we got. I'll tease it out. It's a 4 plus 2 for a 6, so that is not going to connect. So it looks like our attack is going to be, it's going to miss drastically on Persica. It is going to hit Denise, and it's going to miss drastically on Tamberlane. The Wolfman sidles forward to you, Persica. Fangs bared, claws out, and he... You smash him across the buttocks. He is feared of you. The whole cats versus dog thing turned on its head.
Yar, don't talk about the war of the ancestors.
The war. A lot of us ended up on the wrong sides of that war.
Yar, Bruce.
Maybe one day we can heal these old wounds.
Yar, Bruce, we got divorced 17 years ago.
Marriage truly be a battlefield.
And I missed ye every day.
Don't do this to me, Persica. Not now.
You shouldn't have let me touch your ass again then just now.
Turns and presents his ass to you. We go now to the vampire, bearing down on Denise, who, though she does, it appears bony, has not quite realized the effect of her desiccated state. The vampire walks up to you and it's like, Bleh, what is this? There is nothing here but bone and dried flesh.
Oh, don't talk to me like that.
Oh no, yes, I come out of grave. I rise once in a millennia for have a juice box that's already been drunken from. I bet Count Orlok never has to deal with this, and he just kind of waves you off as we go now to the zombie. Oh wait, no, he did hit on him.
Yeah, but I assume you just did psychic damage by calling them a desecrated juice box.
Yeah. He's gonna take a bite, and then you just coughs up a bunch of dust. Now we go to the zombie. The zombie shambles towards you.
This is outdated now, you know. Zombies can run. There's the one with the mushrooms, like this.
They can't just run, they can dance.
Now this is good. We can work with this. Yes. So I could use a new backup dancer in my act.
Backup dancer, yes.
You just don't have to speak ever again. That's fine.
Yes, I often am told that I'm better to be seen and not heard.
I couldn't agree more.
And as you hold him, you see a piece of his cheek just falls off in your hand. Those have been the attacks of the movie monsters. Only one of them has been successful.
Yes, I need you to roll damage for the first one because Persica did slice his butt.
Yes.
Then I do need you to roll for the damage done to Denise.
Okay, so that is going to be 6 points of damage from that nat 1, and that is going to be for Denise. Ooh, Denise, you're going to take 7 points of damage.
Yarr.
All right, let's go ahead, kick it over now to Tamberlane. Then we have Denise on deck and Persica in the hole. Tamberlane, what you got?
Well, I could go for a headshot, or I could become a monster myself.
All right, A for headshot, B for become a monster. It's your choice.
It's gonna be B, my love.
All right, B, become the monster. What are you going to do?
Perfect. Well, I see one of the classic movie monsters missing here, so I'm going to attempt to cast Disguise Self as I transform myself into the mummy.
Oh, amazing! I love Brendan Fraser. All right, I believe this is going to be a saving throw for me, wisdom, right?
DC 15 Intelligence.
Intelligence. All right, these guys are not too bright.
You become the mummy, I'll be Imhotep.
Haha! That is going to be a 13 minus 1 for a 12. That is going to succeed. Go ahead, paint me a picture. Show me how this goes down.
Return the slab. Return the slab of my curse.
We broke up 300 years ago. I gave you back all your things, Imhotep.
Well, I wanted it all in my tomb. That's what it's supposed to be. Why do you think I put it there? It wasn't for you to take.
Oh, well, if you wanted to give me a gift and you didn't mean for me to have it, then what's it all about?
I didn't give you a gift. It was my burial trinkets and you desecrated it, you piece of shit.
As the words echo across the zombie's rotting ear, you can see its shoulders slump as it takes stock of the mistakes it's made in its past.
Do better next time.
His flesh begins to melt away even further as he continues to rot. That has been a success from Tamberlane. Let's go ahead. Denise, what do you have? How do you face off against your vampiric foe?
Oh, don't you worry. I can either fry his dangly bits, or I can Scooby his dew.
All right. A for frying the dangly bits, B for Scooby his dew. It's your choice.
Hello, Raggy. We're Scooby and Stu.
Stoy Scoob! It looks like our dew's about to get Scooby! All right, what does that mean? How are you going to Scooby his dew?
I really wish I'd thought this through. And I'm going to,
Yeah? You don't
use
say.
my phantom steed dog.
Okay, I'll allow you to recolor it as like a phantom Great Dane.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, fantastic. So you're going to summon a phantom Great Dane.
Yes.
What's the roll for this?
It is
It's a DC 15 Arcana check
From
me.
All right.
I have to roll.
Yep, go ahead, try and beat that 15 and try it. Show me how this happened. How do you conjure this canine, and how does it affect the vampire?
Roll her damage.
Wow. I stand up here and I blow my whistle, my dog whistle, if you will.
Oh my god, I heard that. I have the same hearing range as a dog.
Snoopy! It's you!
What is this? A dog to face me, a great vampire lord.
You call me Boney? You don't take me out on a date? Well, now you're gonna get to see my dog!
I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. How much damage was that?
24 points.
24 points of meddling kid damage as the vampire lord is eviscerated before you. Let's go ahead now. Go and kick it off to Persica. Last but not least, what would you like to do, Persica? What could you do?
Yar! I could show him a Nosferatu. Or I could become Frankenstein's monster.
All right, A for Nosferatu, B for Frankenstein's monster. It's your choice.
Yar. Tamberlane. Ooh.
Hey, it's gonna be A, my love.
All right, Nosferatu. What does that mean, dude?
It means that I'm actually going to take inspiration from your vampire friend, but I'm going to attempt to save Bruce from himself in this moment.
Oh, yes, talking to the man within the monster.
Yes, I'm going to do Daunting Roar. I can't bear to see him hurt further if we have a chance at reconciliation.
Yeah, absolutely. Is this going to be a roll for you, a roll for me? How's it doing?
DC 13 Wisdom saving throw.
DC 13 Wisdom, we know they have a -1 to Wisdom. Ooh, that is a 16 -1 for a 15. The monster may be too much in this moment to overcome the man.
Can't save someone if they don't want to be saved.
I take inspiration from what I've seen from Tamberlane before. Here we go, my best Tamberlane impression.
What have you become, Persica? So sure of yourself.
Hello?
This isn't you!
No, it's not you. You have the monster in front of you. But if you can get better, we'll know that you and I could be together.
Persica, I've grown. I don't want to walk backwards anymore. I'm sorry, I've moved on.
Damn.
And suddenly, as a cloud passes over the moon, the transformation reverses, the fur recedes, and you see just like a normal-looking dude.
You've been remarried.
I have for 2 months now. Her name's Gregoria.
Gregoria.
Yeah, I met her after you and I split. I'm sorry.
I remember Gregoria, the divorce lawyer.
She was there for me to pick up the pieces and put me back as one.
Seems like a conflict of interest.
Our business was done by the time our other business began. I'm sorry. I have to go. She's at a lawyer convention this weekend and I gotta watch the dogs. And the cloud passes back over and the moon exposes itself once again, turns into a wolf, runs away. And you're left to wonder, what exactly has happened? How far have you come?
Just so you know, that was horrifically embarrassing.
All right, I am going to say with more successes from our players than successes from our villains, this combat has been a success. You watch your assailants and your ex-husband flee the scene. Your mettle has been tested, personal growth has been proven, and you continue your journey to the wizard's home.
No.
Oh, damn it, go back.
Yeah,
What the hell do you want?
Well, look, it was just like 3 iconic movie monsters and we beat them. We should get some of their things.
Yeah, all right, let's go ahead and move the body here. We want to get some suggestions from y'all. What's a suggestion for like a random object? Let's go ahead and start it off with like people in this row. You right there, hand up. A turtle. I like it. You, my friend? Cursed doll. Amazing.
I see you, Chucky.
Let's go ahead. Let's go over to this side of the room. What are we cooking with you, my friend? A Furby.
Oh, another cursed doll.
Yeah. And you, my friend, right there?
A hornet makes something explode.
A hornet horn that makes something explode.
Oh, the
Amazing. And let me get one more suggestion from someone here in the middle. You, my friend, right there. A horse. So we have like a horse, some cursed dolls, exploding trumpets. What do you?
I do like the horn of explosion.
Yeah. Let's go ahead. Let's go.
And the ambiguity of something. We don't know what that thing is.
It's like that thing, right? If you push a button, you'll get $1 million, but someone somewhere in the world will die.
Yeah, blow this horn, something's blowing up.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and draw this. Why don't y'all guys flesh out the scene?
See this? I was desperate for this when we went on the Pandemonium tour. It's a fabulous bronze.
Yeah. Denise, look at me. We have to be very careful with this, all right?
You know what I think, Persica?
Oh dear.
You and I, two single ladies on the town. We're gonna tear Waterdeep up.
That's what you think, based on the heart? I know, it's Denise. It's your mind. You can always think far steps ahead from me. I'm just a salty old sea puss, but you... I've followed you to the ends of the earth before, and I'm scared, honestly.
Me too.
I can't follow the lines in your face anymore. I can't see what your eyes are thinking because you have such beautiful
Love it. Love
In
it.
this moment, the object that is standing before you comes into focus. The horn of blow 'em up.
Play taps one final time.
Amazing. Timberlane, are you happy?
I am overjoyed.
Yeah! Instrument for a bard. Let's go ahead and continue on our journey down further into the city of Waterdeep. As you reach your destination, it's clear you're not the curious hedgehog anymore. Suddenly, your attention is seized by something alarming. Perhaps, in reality itself, a foul, unnatural purple mist seeps out into the stone streets before you. As it overcomes buildings, they seem to rot in their place. As birds fly through it, they become bony and sinewy. And just as soon as it happened, the fog retreats. The moment passes. This is a danger you will soon face, but not yet. You shake the strange magic from your minds, looking around you as the buildings and the animals and the creatures turn back to normal. And you find the home in front of you, where you seek the wise and mystical Jeff the Man. When you knock on the door to Jeff the Man home, you are let's take it back. When you knock on the door to Jeff the Man home, you are greeted by an unfamiliar face. It is the wizard's apprentice, a lanky man with a crop of messy red hair. Let's get a name from somebody who's kind of sitting in the back. What do we got? You right there. So you have like. Yeah, I see someone. You're sitting right there on the end. You have like blue in your hoodie. Derek. All right, I'm just gonna ask. What is your name? What's your name? Okay, great. Just making sure. All right. Living life with Derek.
You know why they canceled that show?
Oh, I know why they canceled that show. They were definitely kissing.
Yeah. Well, Step Bro, what are you doing?
Welcome to Manor Manhor.
That's the whole thing we were saying.
Welcome to Manor Man. It is a great pleasure to welcome you into our Gothic manor.
Oh, the pleasure's all ours!
I see that you have also been touched by the madness that plagues our streets. Me and the wizard, Jeff the Man.
I hit the wrong button.
As you see a horse just crash into a building. Oh God!
Oh no, the glass star!
You know what? I'm gonna go and call the guards, and I'll get the wizard right now. In that moment, Jeff the Man appears in the doorway and graciously interrupts. As you can see, the apprentice Derek on the sending stone with the town guard. Yeah, there's been a 3-horse pileup. It's been crazy. I see you've met my apprentice, Derek. Hello. It's good to see you all again. I'm glad that you're here. Please, come in. We have urgent matters to discuss. And you see that Jeff the Man beckons you in, and Derek closes the door behind you. Now, this is going to be a bit of an exposition dump, so prepare ye. The room around you seems to dissolve as the wizard's story comes to life. Over a century ago, I worked with another powerful wizard. They were awe-inspired. What?
What's the wizard's name?
What is the wizard's name? Let's go ahead. Let me get someone. You right there. Yeah, you got a hoodie on. You're second in from the row. Ricky. All right. Oh, Ricky, you're so fine. You're so fine. You know my name, Ricky. Hey, Ricky. You must understand. Ricky was not that fine. We worked together for years and eventually found ourselves meddling in cosmetic magics we could not control. Ricky became obsessed, driven by an insatiable need for power, beauty, and fineness. This obsession caused part of the weave itself to become trapped within Ricky's body. He began to exude a strange haze that grew into a deadly, uncontainable miasma. We called it the Havoc.
Yar.
Trademark pending. I tried to fix it, but I could not. A council known as the Watchful Order took note of our failures and separated us, chiding me for allowing our study to take us down this dark path. They imprisoned Ricky the not-so-fine in a carefully hidden sarcophagus, locked in a stasis that kept them and the havoc within them unmoving, unchanging, inert. I've spent a lifetime trying to forget that ordeal, but something has gone wrong. The binding is failing. Pockets of this havoc have seeped into Waterdeep and are corrupting everything it touches with a necrotizing rot. That was the affliction that was afflicting me and the Curious Hedgehog, and I fear that same affliction may fall upon all of Waterdeep once more. I must set things right before the Sword Coast. No, our entire reality is rotten and destroyed.
So, you're saying that we can fix this?
Yes.
There's a solution.
It is reversible. As you can see, I've been experimenting on myself to try and reverse these magics. You can see that even though the wizard has managed to cure a lot of the rot plaguing his body, there's still a strange odor that wafts from him, and you can kind of see like part of his tongue through his cheek.
Possible. Could we reverse the necrotizing effects but still stay eternally young?
Yar.
Forever young. You wanna be forever young. You follow down the same tricks that led Ricky to his demise.
But he's not dead technically, is he?
Right. Not dead on a technicality, correct?
So, you're saying there's a chance?
It's dangerous, but yes, I suppose technically there is a chance.
God, you all are going to abuse the substance.
Yeah, right? Here is what I need the three of you to do. The wizard hands you a map written on desiccated parchment.
Oh, I love those.
Search Waterdeep. Gather the most powerful magical items you can find. We're gonna need 6 in total to reattempt the binding ritual and seal away the havoc once more. In fact, take this. It'll get you started. The wizard hands you a very magical item. You have received the earring of huge musculature. I was working on producing this item when the havoc struck me the first time. I was able to remove all of that harmful magic from the item, so it is now powerful and true. And so just to kind of recap right now, we're going on a bit of a fetch quest. We got 6 items that we need in total. Y'all have what? 3?
Yeah,
3 so far. Some of them can be good, some of them can be bad. Let's see how we're gonna do on this quest. Derek will search for the tomb's location, and I will stay here to finish preparing and seeing what else I can learn about the havoc. Your purpose is clear. You make your way out of the wizard's home and back into the city to gather items and hopefully save the world.
Our Tamerlane, I think, shouldn't we tell Denise?
Well, they seem quite pleased with themselves.
They just keep getting more and more inert. They're 4 feet away and can't hear us.
What's the point in telling them if we could maybe undo this problem?
I know, I want immortality too. I know, but...
Hey, you guys.
Hi.
I think when I go on the date with a wizard, I'll need a new outfit.
You know, you might want a more, what's the word? A fully covered outfit. That might be what does it for him.
Yar.
The complexity of Waterdeep is simultaneously abundant yet conceivable. It's broken down into a series of wards, 3 of which are available to you now, but you'll only have time to fully explore 1. There's the Castle Ward, home to masters of both might and magic. The Sea Ward, a hotbed of invention and discovery. Or the Dock Ward, where busy activity masks many secrets. So will you visit the Dock Ward, the Castle Ward, or the Sea Ward? As you should know by now, it's your choice.
I have contacts at the Sea and Ward.
What are these guys?
Oh,
Okay,
oh, they have something pretty
I keep voting it.
The Castle Ward!
You decide to check out the Castle Ward and the apprentice bids you farewell. He emerges from the wizard's home holding a candelabra in broad daylight. So,
Just committed to the whole Gothic aesthetic, yes?
the wizard asks and I deliver. You see, he's got a giant hump on his back.
Yes, I can see that.
Yes, I've been working with him for many years. He says if I am able to do a good enough job, I too can become a powerful wizard.
Yar, Denise is a very powerful wizard indeed.
Yes, I can see the magic thrumming from you. I can see it in your eyes.
Thrumming, all right.
Power! Unbridled power! Denise, you may be the strongest one of us all. Though I must say, and he takes out a mirror. She has to know! She has to know!
Do you have to know right now in the bloody public street?
It must be said, you must not go. Oh shit, my candles! And he runs back into the house to light his candles once more.
No, Denise! No.
Licking Denise awake, you follow Derek's advice, heading to Castle Waterdeep. This impressive structure looms overhead as you approach. As you explore the area, you see a sort of a gaunt-looking figure standing outside what appears to be a locked storage room in the Castle Ward. Can I get a name for this gaunt figure? You right there. Can I get that one more time?
Oh, cool.
Trapezius Milken?
Trapezius Milkington.
Yes.
Trapezius Milkington. Amazing. This one figure is 60 feet up on a trapeze set. Just woo!
Can I also bring it up for you?
Yeah.
Trapezius is this muscle.
Oh, I thought it was like a trapeze artist.
Why not both, baby?
Great. You can see that this is, one of those skeletons that has like everything labeled on it so you can learn the anatomy?
Yeah.
This guy has massive trapeziuses, almost hump-like. And as he's sailing through the air, doing insane feats of acrobatics, he looks down at all of you. Hey there! You come to see the show?
Why are you naked?
I find that being aerodynamic helps me with my acrobatic feats.
I mean, show us what you've got then, boy.
I think he is. He's naked.
He begins to flip around, his bits going all over the place, as you can see him finally land in front of...
Dangly bits!
Dangly indeed! Now, what brings you here? Are you the new circus performers ready to get trained?
No, not quite, but there's this whole nonsense with some purple smoke going on. We're looking for magical items.
Yar,
Ah!
I need some flesh for my bones. Yar, I've got a hot date and nothing to wear.
Goodness! Man, the amount of times I've had a hot date coming up and no skin to wear, I know what you mean. Unfortunately, I'm really not allowed to let anyone inside of this locked storage room.
Now listen, Trapezius. We really need this, all right? We're meddling in things that we know not. And if we can do anything to fix it, we'll have to, all right? What do you need? We'll scale the walls. We'll swim through the moat.
Nothing quite as physical as that. I can see why my appearance would lead you astray. The only thing that stands between you and a magical item is this riddle lock. And he points to the door, and you can see etched on the jamb of the door that there is a riddle carved on this. Now, this is a common form of magical protection in Waterdeep. What does this riddle say, and can we solve it? Let's see, what do we got?
Yeah, so device at the ready, you're going to rely on you all to help see if you can crack this riddle. The riddle is going to be this. My feathers give the gift of flight, and yet I never nest. My landings turn men ghostly white, and swiftly end their quests.
Ooh, can you enter the correct answer and open the door to the storage room? It's your choice.
All right, you'll have 60 seconds, and I'm going to read this aloud one more time. My feathers give the gift of flight, and yet I never nest. My landings turn men ghostly white, and swiftly end their quests.
Man, that's a hard one.
Okay.
Yep,
Is it double?
it's Arrow.
Singular?
Singular. Arrow.
It's arrow.
Arrow.
Stop! Stop!
Oh, I didn't get it.
Stop! He's gonna give me a yeehaw!
It's good. It's good. Well, the first one's good, I think.
Alright, go ahead and start making your way back to the stage for me, please, because that is time. And sadly, not enough of us got this correct in time. This has been a failure. But those who did get it right, the answer was
Arrow!
All right, in this moment, you see Trapezius is back once more on the trapezes above you. Wow, you couldn't even solve a riddle lock, and he lands right on top of all of y'all, dealing, just 2 points of damage. Y'all are fine.
no. Oh, he kind of landed next to you.
Yeah, he kind of grazed you.
What?
It's trapezius.
Yeah, his trapezius muscles just go boom, as he lands. Wow. Honestly, if you guys can't even open a riddle lock, you're probably not good enough to run away with the circus.
I attack his trapeze.
Yeah, go ahead, roll to hit for the trapezius.
You attack his trapeze or you attack his trapezius?
Or Kano Los Dos.
Great, yeah, go ahead, make 2 attacks.
This is going to be a javelin, so it is a double attack.
Great, the armor class for both the trapezius and the trapeze is going to be armor class 12.
Okay. Okay, that is a 6 and a 9. Hell yeah! That is a 6 plus 6 for a 12 and a 9 plus 6 for a 15.
Amazing! You cut him down, cutting at the trapeze and the trapezius. Suddenly, everything falls down around him. Like a jungle gym, he's suddenly trapped in a cage of his own trapeze making. All right, hey, I think I saw a guy a little bit down the road who has magical items.
Oh, yeah?
I can't let you in there even if I wanted to, but there's always someone else who's ready to help. Heroes such as yourselves. And Trapeze points down the road, and you can see, in fact, that there is something else on the horizon. You can see a tiny little creature, a small mouse. Brian! You see this brown and white mouse standing on 2 legs, waving up at you. I need a name for the mouse. Shout it out.
Pikachu! Cheddar!
Spell something.
Pikachu!
All right. You want Mickey? Oh, Mickey, you're so bad. Hey, Mickey! Hey, Mickey! If we get sued, it's on y'all.
Hey, it's public domain as long as it's the one from the Steamboat.
You see?
It's in the domain as long as that Steamboat Willie is in the public domain, so...
Oh, yeah! So you see this brown and white mouse that is animated in that classic rubber hose animation style. He's got a 5 o'clock shadow and smokes a thick cigar. So, this is what passes for heroes nowadays.
Don't insult us! You're just a big old mouse! And we're even bigger heroes!
Big old mouse! I'd show some respect if you knew who you're talking to. And he flashes a bandolier of medals from the war.
Yar! You speak my war!
Yes, the war of marriage. I fought alongside Persica during her divorce.
Yar!
I was her lawyer.
Yar!
It's good to see you again, Purse.
It's good to see you, Mickey.
Now, what brings you around these parts? Another divorce needs filing?
Yar! Of a kind.
Yeah?
Denise is...
Yeah, jeez Louise, what's up with her?
Denise is becoming divorced from her flash. Exactly. Listen, Mickey, we need magical items of this sort, and maybe for old time's sake. What do you say? Can we get something?
Persica, for you, anything. He shakes her hand and points to a collection of boxes and crates, riddled and spread around this tiny alley that the mouse is in. Now, this seems more your speed, but first you'll need to choose a crate. There's an abundance of boxes here, but you won't have time to explore Mickey's entire inventory. This seems as good a time as any for an investigation check. Okay. Persica, you're gonna kick us off. The DC, I'll tell you right now, is a 15.
Okay.
Hey, Sarah, get your hat and shine!
My friend.
That is a 1! -1 for a 0! so it's why I'm so proud to get to
All right, we got that nat 1. Let's go ahead and kick it off to Denise. Denise, what do you have?
Because I may not have flesh for my bones, but boy, do I have investigation!
Everybody, let's bring you up in case you crit.
Come on. Oh.
Well, you rolled 2 1s, but unfortunately no shot for that. You choose the box that sits mouse left, which Mickey sniffs with some excitement. Oh yeah! Might be something juicy in this one, huh? Got it from quite a great big prenup settlement. Now, what were you thinking insofar as man as a procurement? And the age-old question, smash or no smash? The box is small compared to you, and you could probably smash it easily, but you could run the risk of damaging the item inside. Perhaps there's a more delicate way to go about this. But as always, it's your choice.
What do you think? First or gentleman? Now that I've got my own size book, I could use it.
Quite a pivot from the group that brought you lying an hour ago.
Wow! Damn, alright, instead of turning to violence, you decide to think like a mouse in order to open this box. To do so, one of our heroes will need to perform an animal handling check. But who's feeling the most in touch with their wild side? It's your choice.
You have a stud. That's our time, too. Or your prize.
Our trickster!
Alright, trickster, animal handling, what are you thinking?
Well, before we get that far, we're going to actually call upon our tricksters right now to provide a little bit of assistance with this. They're asking a trivia question about our mouse to see how well they were paying attention.
Great, if enough of you get this right, we'll boost Will's roll by 5. If too many of you fail, we're going to subtract 3 from this roll. So the question is this.
Which colors were used to describe Mickey the Mouse? Or Mickey the Mouse? Brown and gray, gray and white, gray and black, or brown and white. It's your choice.
All right. Come on, Trevor. No, we got it.
That is time, and the correct answer was brown and white. And you all said,
Yeah! That's going to be a success. Go ahead, Will. Roll for animal handling. We'll add +5 to your animal handling.
+5, I have a +3, so that's a +8.
+8 overall.
Come on! That's a 26, let's go!
You blow that DC 16 animal handling check out of the water. Go ahead, show me what this looks like.
I've got this one, I've got this one.
At that moment, the box springs open. Well. Seems like there might be a mouse of a fight inside of you yet. You know what? This item makes sense. Pulling it from the box, Mickey hands you a powerful item indeed. The one-size-fits-all shades. A very magical item indeed. Now listen here. Those are very magical. Custom made to fit any head size and guaranteed to make you look cool while you wear it. You tuck away the one-size-fits-all shades for safekeeping, leaving Mickey to finish up his business, and you make your way away from Castle Waterdeep.
All right, bye, Mickey. Until the next divorce.
I'll see you later, Purse. Continuing your search for magical items, you bump into Derek again. Welcome to this Gothic alley. I'm glad to see that you're still doing well.
A larger candelabra than before.
Yeah, you can see that the candelabra now has it looks like 10 of these candles just stacked up together.
Also, are you aware that you have Count Orlok behind you?
We have a book club! Nosferatu, 2 dudes in a book! Now, how goes your search?
I guess well enough. There was a rather grouchy mouse divorce lawyer who gave these fabulous glasses to us.
Ah, Mickey, I know him well.
Why would that be?
Oh, my parents got divorced a lot as a kid. You know, toxic people tend to keep finding each other.
No, it's very exciting to get divorced and then you go, I'm free, I want you back.
Exactly.
it worked for Jenny Ben.
Bruce and I got divorced 8 times one week.
Ah, that makes a lot of sense. One for every day of the week.
Exactly.
Now, I believe I'm closer to finding this sarcophagus, but magic's most foul swirl around us.
Oh yes.
I'm glad to see that you're accepting your affliction, Denise.
Affliction? No, there's nothing
There's
wrong
all
with
this
you.
talk of
nothing.
divorce.
Hey.
And I'm just looking for true love.
True love often finds you when you're least looking for it.
So should I stop looking?
Never stop looking, but maybe stop searching. It's a very, fine distinction.
Can you get the candles away from her house?
Oh, yeah, yes. You can see that the cat is beginning to smoke a little bit.
I
Aaron drops the candelabra. Oh, shit. Fuck. Oh, damn. I'll meet you back at the wizard's home. He picks up his candles, grabs Orlok, and they all rush off away.
Under fire!
Continuing your search, you now find yourself in the next best location to search. Seems to be one of these two shops. Both are impressive buildings on a mercantile road, but you'll only have time to explore one. Let's go ahead and get a perception roll for this. The DC is going to be 15.
I perceive. That is a 16 plus 3 for a 19.
All right, we're going to just go ahead and take that.
Yeah.
Your attempt at perception has been a success. From the right, you hear the everyday sounds of the marketplace. From the left, you hear frenzied shouting and a large crash. So which will you visit? And what will you find? It's your choice.
Chanel vintage for me. For my big romantic day.
Left!
All right, you choose the building on the left and enter the tailor shop. The tailor shop boasts beautiful bodices and couture clutches, but it is now in shambles. You see a halfling desperately trying to protect a very valuable article of clothing, a large black cape that he's been working on. An unseen assailant is nipping at his feet. I need a name for this tailor halfling. Shout it out. You right there. No, you. The guy pointing behind people. Oh, yes.
Bosco!
What was it?
Bosco!
Bosco or Costco? Costco? Costco. All right. Costco, the wholesale retailer. Oh my goodness, heroes! I need your help. I've been working day and night on this cloak, and if it gets torn to pieces, I'm not gonna live to see the light of day.
Yar, Costco, we don't have a membership.
I'll wave you through just this once. Just please buy $1.50 hot dog when you get the chance. And you can see that the unseen assailant that is confronting Costco comes bouncing in. It looks like a wooden chest, but with a nasty tongue and worrisome fangs. A mimic has invaded the table.
Another big box store.
Facing off against this big box store, Costco speaks up again. Another competitor has sent this my way, trying to do my business in. Heroes, please destroy this foul creature, or else Costco is going to go back to having to sell reasonably priced portions. Now, instead of rolling for initiative, I want to get our audience involved here, Stomp. What are we thinking?
Yeah, we want an aggressive effort to scare off the beast. I want precision. I want teamwork. Funny enough, I actually keep this game in a box myself. Let's have them play some fantasy darts.
Now, we're going to need 3 volunteers for fantasy darts, preferably 1 from each cohort. Alrighty, friends, in a moment you will be playing a round of fantasy darts. What is your name, my friend? Kira, welcome to the stage. Lindsay, amazing outfit. Megan, come on down this way, my friends. Now in a moment here, you'll be playing a round of fantasy darts. Though instead of pokey darts, we have these colorful balls covered in opera and Velcro because actors are expensive. That's what my manager says.
You will have 30 seconds to get as many darts as you can on our fantasy dartboard here. Ooh, release me. There we are. They will only count if they land in that middle section. No throwing fistfuls of darts. I will turn this game around, and I only need 16 caught for me to call this a success.
Now you're going to notice that each of these balls is either red, blue, or green. At the end of this challenge, whichever cohort ends up with the most amount of balls on that dartboard right there is going to receive a pocket advantage, which they can use at any point during the quest. Y'all don't worry about that. Just throw balls, chuck them at that dartboard, all right? Now stop! We have a mimic here. How can we go ahead and increase the drama?
I think we can do it this way. Stage management, can we please go to light look? Oh, what's in the box?
Ooh, I love 7. Alrighty, adventurers, we are all set. On Stomp's mark. Get set!
Go! Cheer them on, cheer them on! Watch the noise. we did get a total of 23 darts on this board, so we had success.
Nice!
However, no, I'm just kidding, however, I was going to be really mean, but I'm not going to. We caught the most trickster darts, so they're going to have that pocket advantage.
All right! As the mimic flees and Costco returns to his senses, he makes his way off the counter, gesturing to the long, midnight black cloak that he was working on, and he thanks you profusely. Thank you. Thank you so much. I've been working on this cloak for weeks and weeks now. If it had been destroyed, you could count me as a goner.
Well, you're not. You're here. And you don't happen to have any magical items we could bulk buy from you, do you?
I have the perfect accessories to go with your outfits right now.
You think you're for a hot date?
It's perfect for a hot date. This is how I met my wife and have avoided meeting Mickey. He reaches into his pocket and pulls out a tiny piece of metal. You have received the nimble thimble. You put the nimble thimble in your mouth and coyishly walk away. As you ponder over this new item, your discovery is interrupted as the tattered remains of the tailor shop are rocked by a massive explosion. Something terrible has happened elsewhere in the city. Bidding Costco farewell, you tuck the nimble thimble away for safekeeping and head off to search for the source of the commotion. Smoke billows and flames nip at the city skylines. Your surroundings become a bit too familiar, and you realize that it is Jeff, the man! Home is engulfed in flames. Burning pages litter the air, and you spot a mop of red hair ambling towards you. Oh, hello, heroes.
Sorry, the candelabra be 36 candles deep.
Oh, it's not just 36 candles. It's an entire wizard's home now. I did it. I found the source of the havoc. But that old wizard fool, Jeff the man, he and I have different plans for it. I don't want to seal it away. I want to unleash it upon this world so that rot may spread. That's why I killed him. The apprentice's eyes flash a brilliant red as his skin begins to fall away from his body. When the havoc was first created, I felt that surge of chaos tear through the plains. I have searched for it ever since, and now that I found it, nothing and no one will stop me from harnessing it to fuel my infernal power. You watch in horror as Derek's form shifts, fractured horns split out from his skull, and he bursts from his skin as he transforms into an abyssal demon, the most dangerous entity your party and possibly the world has ever faced. And as the havoc builds, the demon's powers grow, ready to conquer, corrupt, and devour your entire plane of reality. And this is where we're going to take a brief intermission. We'll see you soon. I hope you had a good break. Let's jump back into this thing. Previously on the 20-Sided Tavern! JTM's apprentice, Derek, reveals himself to be a shape-shifting demon. Hell's bent on releasing the havoc and harnessing its chaos. You watch helpless as the demon towers over you, chaos magic crackling over his infernal form. He raises his fist to strike, when suddenly from the rubble, a fireball flies towards the demon. Out of the ashes, the wizard rises, bloodied, a little rotten, but breathing.
You're alive!
I am!
Right.
It's gonna take more than that to get rid of me! Foul demon! Know not what you do! Now this is a moment usually where a dungeon master plays two NPCs in a scene going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. But we got something different planned for that.
We really do! One of you is about ready to make your off-Broadway debut! To read some lines, share the stage with us, and have some fun, so devices at the ready for me.
In a moment, Stomp will send you an election. If you'd like to come on stage, read some lines, wear a little costume, go ahead and hit yes. And if you want to stay in your seat, just hit no. It's going to be A-OK, no worries, my friends.
Here in just a second, one of you's receiving a notice on your phone saying you were chosen. If it's you, just hold that phone up high so that we can see you and be honest, because I can tell.
Yeah! What's your name? Scott. Give it up for phone. Stand right here while we get your costume up. One more step, please. Ah, great, wonderful. Now, let's get ready to jump back into these. Ooh, all right. Remember, you're going to be playing the wizard. Was it Jeff?
Yes.
Jeff the man! Confronting your apprentice Derek, all right? Nice and old, nice and wizened, and just have fun with it, all right? All right. Climbing out of the rubble, Jeff the man rises. He staggers the demon.
How could you?
How could I? Working for you after all these years, promises made, promises forgotten. Don't you know, Jeff the man? Chaos is inevitable. Only a fool believes otherwise. Wielding the havoc, I will remake this world as it should be. Rotten to its core, just as you have shown me this world to be. It's going to be full of entropy and disorder.
Heroes, this is very bad. This havoc is a corruption of the weave, of the light on the face of magic. We can't let it escape further into the world.
Once I reach Ricky's sarcophagus, it will be too late. Things will be fine no longer. The havoc will be mine to command.
Oh, then we have no choice but destroy you and bind that hole for good. Speaking of good, I, Scott, would like to say what a good time I'm having here at the 20-sided tavern.
You'll never stop me! With a hiss, the creature darts past our party, scurrying toward the outskirts of the city.
Quickly, after them!
At JTM's words, you race after the apprentice. Every bit of your focus is on pursuing Derek and bringing him to justice. You dodge left! You dodge right! You leap over an overturned cabbage cart! You duck under a low-flying bird! What's this? You crash through a swarm of enchanted dancing beetles! You start to dance as their venom courses through your veins, infecting your muscles and forcing you to dance like nobody's watching. To boogie, like there's no tomorrow! Eventually, the monster mash ceases, and your pursuit leads you into Waterdeep's most beautiful ward, the City of the Dead. Gravestones and mausoleums abound. You finally corner Derek. You ready a defensive stance as Derek prepares a deadly attack. And this is where we'll keep our volunteers safe by sending you back to your seat. Give it up!
Unreal.
Excellent job, Scott. May I say myself, great Scott! The apprentice unleashes a psychic attack and the world around you warps. In order to resist this attack, we're going to rely on you, adventurers. Devices at the ready to help our heroes.
All right, we'll be doing a full group multi-click. That button's going to appear, and your goal is for your collective taps to land the bar above that line up there. If you do, our heroes will be saved, and if not, I'm going to cause some pain. On my mark, get set, go!
Come on, keep going. Now's that button. This is everybody, all people.
Oh! We need this!
That is not going to come through. You are going to each be taking... You're each going to be taking 13 points.
Denise, no! Denise, also Tamerlane, but mostly Denise! What the hell is this? You're fine. You have flesh. You have organs.
Yes, but I also have feelings.
Okay.
As you each check on each of yourselves, you can see that the apprentice has taken this moment to make his escape and race underground towards Ricky's tomb. Friends! The wizard comes out and faces you. You can see now that half of his flesh has been burnt off.
No!
There's still afflictions of the havoc that cause it to rot and necrotize. My friends,
Please, if you could tell us straight, is this the fate that could befall Denise?
yes, the havoc is powerful and corrupting, just as it has warped my
That's
vision.
like you!
Yes, my dear sweet Denise, you must understand. You don't need fixing. You're beautiful. You have the best bone structure I've ever seen. Gentle wizard, allow me to explain further the foolish errors of my past, that we might make this right once more. And in this moment, the wizard checks in. So, items, how many do we have?
5?
All right, then we must find the last on the way, and must reveal now the full extent of the past. Years ago, the Watchful Order used 6 powerful artifacts to power the first ritual. The wizard unfurls another dusty piece of parchment. The original artifacts were these. From the orcs, the physical trophy, the ring of giant strength. From the halflings, a reflex-enhancing tool, the speed flint. From the dwarves, a protective piece of armor, the unyielding helm. From the gnomes, a strange ocular device, the spectacles of plains viewing. From the elves, an insightful book, the Tome of the Sage. And from the humans, a piece of currency they had in their pocket that they didn't realize they even had any magical potential and just talked their way into becoming part of the ritual. The coin of incidental life. The items you have gathered will evoke the power of these original artifacts. But you must activate them in the same order. My life essence, what little remains, will channel the ritual.
Wait, your life essence?
The one and only one that I have.
Well, yeah, you buried the lead there. You didn't mention that it would take actual life essence for this. This is exactly the antithesis of what we wanted.
You could have led with that, I don't know, like an hour and a half ago.
I want to scare you. My life matters not when it's compared to the travesties that may befall our world. With the havoc banished, we will be able to make things right. Some things may not be undone, but at the very least, the world will stride forward into a confident and brave new dawn.
Easy to say from the Phantom of the Opera.
Dun, 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 dun.
Chandelier!
Yeah, you see it? The wizard, Jeff the man, has been carrying a chandelier this whole time. Wow. Right, now let's away and get to the burial chamber before Derek does.
Right.
We must hurry. And with that, you make your way underground, the havoc tooling around your bodies as you venture deeper and deeper.
Pick through the remains of the chandelier. It was very expensive.
I don't want to alarm anyone here, but are we not venturing closer and closer to the source of the magical miasma that turned you into this?
Definitely.
Very closer to the magical miasma.
But Denise, we can see it coming into you. I can see purple in your eye sockets. It seems.
Does it make me look good?
Denise, everything makes you look good.
I'm gonna go stand in the corner for a second. In this moment, Jeff the man pipes up and says, "Be on the lookout, heroes! The closer we get to the heart of the havoc, the more chaotic the surrounding magics will be! And to reflect this unpredictability in the week, we have concocted the chaos chart."
At various moments throughout the rest of the quest, a D100 is going to be rolled, and an effect will activate much like a wild magic table. Some effects will be helpful, some will be harmful, and some are going to be downright silly because I have free time.
And this will be the first of these rolls, so let's see what happens. Ooh, 92. That's gonna be, I think that's a 92.
Okay, great. That is going to be... that's bulletproof vest.
Bulletproof vest, do I have to roll for this?
Yes, you do. It's a D4 for me.
D4. That's gonna be a 2.
All right, very good. So that's our spellcaster. That's Denise. Denise, you can resist death once per campaign, surviving with 1 hit point.
In this moment, you see a flash of havoc wash over Denise. The desiccated husk that used to be her flesh suddenly becomes chitinous and hard. You have essentially been wearing a Kevlar vest made of magic now. Magic has touched you, Denise. Powerful, powerful magics.
Do I have flesh for my bones? I mean, Denise, it's perfectly form-fitting. It's amazing. You look like an Avenger.
Taking stock of your location, you notice there are several paths leading further underground.
Yes, unfortunately, our last audience, the matinee, they kind of sucked. So you've been ushered down a difficult path. Best of luck.
You emerged into a domed stone room. It's massive. In the center of it, there stands but a single mirror. A voice echoes from the mirror. May I have, I know we have a lot of folks who travel to come and see the 20-Sided Tavern. Can you raise your hand if you've traveled from a different country to be here? You, my friend, where are you coming in from? New Zealand, amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, give it up. And I have a name. Feel free to make it as New Zealandish as you would like. Yeah, ideally. I'm sorry, what?
No.
Can you say
No, say it again.
it again with your full New Zealand chest?
Yeah!
Indeed.
Mittens.
Dick Mittens.
That's Richard Mittens here.
All right.
Dittens, if you will.
Yes.
I prefer Dick Mittens.
A tale of two visages lies before thee. Look in my mirror to find what you see.
My eyes!
Am I? First name is Dick. Look into my mirror. I promise it'll be quick. And as Persica steps forward into the mirror, the other two melt away in the reflection. Persica, Dick Mittens is I. Tell me, what do you see in my eye? It was a kind of a rhyme on eye, but I hope we can move past that.
Yar, no, I accept slant rhymes. They're in sea shanties all the time.
I can show you what you seek most or what you fear. So tell me, what is it that you hold dear? What does Persica see here?
Persica looks in the mirror and sees Denise prior to the accident. And it's as if every single memory of Denise, it's like, you know in those romantic comedies where like for some reason they're all under a sheet and they're like smiling at each other, it's the version. It's that. It's Denise, fresh from waking up, rosy-cheeked and mussed. It's Denise cooking pancakes in that acrobatic way that Denise does. In that acrobatic way that Denise does. In that acrobatic way that Denise does. And then the accident that took Denise, her terrified, frozen in a rictus above the ground, watching as smoke stripped away her sinews, her muscles, her skin, leaving behind still.
All right,
Denise.
I want you to make a charisma saving throw right now. Will you be trapped by the illusions of this mirror, or can you overcome them and remember reality itself?
Okay.
The DC on this, I'm gonna make it a little hard. It's gonna be a DC 20.
You can blame the matinee.
Can I make arguments here?
Yeah, I'll hear your argument.
Okay. I would like to utilize divine sense as a paladin.
Absolutely.
Normally it's advantage on attack rolls against a celestial fiend or undead, but what I'm really doing is I'm seeing my undead friend, and I'm trying to, with all my might, see through illusions and recognize my friend. Okay.
Yeah, roll with advantage, please. The DC is 20.
Okay, that's a 5.
5?
Okay.
Charisma saving throw.
5 plus 5 for a 10, or a 13 plus 5 for an 18.
Bardic inspiration.
Bardic inspiration.
Bardic inspiration.
We'll add this D8 to your roll.
Come on now! So that'll make it a 4 to a 22. However, I am going to come in as the court. I understand.
You look very handsome today.
No. I don't need a reroll, but since this technically divine sense would go up against an attack, there is going to be a consequence for using it in this way.
Yes.
You are going to have to attack.
Okay.
Yes, in this moment, the reality of the mirror warps around you, and you can see Denise, what she used to be, twinned against Denise as she is now. Strike one of them down in this moment. Make your choice. On the left, we have Denise, fully fleshed. We're gonna go stage left. And on stage right, we have Denise, bones and all. Strike one down right now.
I accept Denise as she is. I strike the older version. I don't need that.
Great.
The past version is nothing. Who said goddamn? Goddamn. Love and acceptance is important!
In this moment, you let the fleshed Denise cradle your cheek. She wanders away, forgotten in a mist of purple haze.
Purple haze, purple haze.
Suddenly, reality comes rushing back in. Tamburlaine and mirror stands in front of you, cracked, broken, fractal realities reflected within it.
Persica, what did you see?
In
Wicked flesh from my bones. True love.
There's someone else in here with you.
Maybe true love was right within reach all along. The wizard reaches into the broken mirror and withdraws a magical item. You have received the Doom's Week clock, a powerful item that is said to tell exactly the date, well, or at least the general week when the world is supposed to end.
It keeps spinning around as if it could be this week.
Is that good or bad?
Maybe.
You pocket it for safekeeping and make your way deeper underground, but the influences of the havoc on this underground maze are many. Look out, heroes. More bullshit in the wings!
We love bullshit!
Once more. That's gonna be a 17.
Okay, great. That is going to be... Oh, that is secret word. Okay,
All right, y'all go ahead, cover your ears, make a little sound. Let's go ahead, kill their mics so that way we don't pick up. They cannot hear anything right now. And I am going to need, someone here in the front row is gonna give me a word that you believe is very likely to be said during the duration of the show. What happens if this word is said, Stomp?
they're going to take 5 damage.
They're gonna take 5 damage. Can I have the word, please? Damn. Okay, damn. I want some options just until we can come up with a couple of words. Ranch, that's a good one. And 1 or 2. What? Flesh. What was that? Roll. I think thematically, flesh is going to be closer to the mark. So if the next time the word flesh is spoken, each one of these players or characters is going to take 5 points of damage. And just so you know, the wizard won't say it. That won't count if I say it.
Tap him.
Alrighty, y'all. We're back in. You see that the havoc comes and snakes its way through your ears, coming in one side, out of the other, from Denise to Tamerlane to Persica. And you can feel a gentle tug in the back of your cerebellum. Some sort of Jason Bourne trigger word has been lodged in. The havoc is mighty. It plagues us all. But we have to keep going and see what we can do.
You really do. There is a terrifying abyssal demon world-ending horror, so, you know, tug.
All right, so Stomp's gonna DM as we continue on our quest.
Okay, all right, fine. I'll start with this then. The rocks come crashing down. You're gonna have to hold them up, or the path ahead will be blocked, and I'll be forced to do some damage. So, we are going to do a full group multi-click, getting our collective taps above that line. Ready, set, go! You saw it before, and you got very close, so I'm assuming you can do it again. You rush through and you push through the rubble, but you will be taking 5 points of damage in doing so. Instead, in front of you that you see a pool of viscous, bubbling liquid. You are going to need to traverse over a path of stones, but you're going to need to do so very carefully, so we're going to switch it up and do a full group over-under, getting our collective taps in between those 2 lines. Ready, set, go! Uh-oh, pump up, pump up, pump, hit those brakes! You clumsily hop across the stones and will be taking 7 points of acid damage. It is in front of you that the path ahead of you splits, and you are presented with 2 equally terrifying options. I think the havoc and the chaos has latched on to the monsters, the flesh, the rot, and as the path splits to the east, you see, what's that? Universal Pictures, the creature from the Black Lagoon. And to the east, and to the west, it's what? The Invisible Man. So we're going to do a tug of war here. We're going to choose a side, and we're not going to stop tapping until the election is over. What's it going to be? West for the Invisible Man, east for creature from the Black Lagoon. Ready, set, go!
I don't even know. We're just choosing one.
We're going west! You dash down the west path. The chaos warps your mind with capricious visions. So let's see which one of you is suffering, and from what? Okay, that is going to be our trickster and our warrior, and the 2 of you have become frightened.
And pray tell, dear Stomp, what are they frightened of?
That's exactly what I'm going to get to. You're going to have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of your fear is within line of sight. Uh-oh, you're afraid of skeletons.
No, Friends, we can't unravel in this moment. The havoc is
I just
warming
want to
your
give my
bones.
friends a hug.
Please, stay away from me!
Oh, goodness.
You're an embodiment of foulness! Stay back! Come no further!
No, don't do it! Don't! Denise, I can't look upon ye. What? What was that?
Phineas,
She's right over there. You
right
don't have to
there.
look. Just come this way. Come this way.
Denise,
No. I'm begging you not to look behind you right now. It's very bad. It's very bad. Please, Persica. Persica,
I wanna lay on hands! I wanna lay on hands on Denise!
All right, lay on hands. This is a buff that just happened. Maddie, roll 3d10 for me and we'll add that healing to Denise.
Deb is giving me the most terrifying face.
Well, you are.
Okay, 3d8. Okay, how does
3d10, love. It's just an automatic buff. Go ahead, roll.
just a buff? Amazing. That is going to be 14 points.
All right, great. Go ahead and paint me a picture. We're moving now.
Okay, so here.
Do not look down. Such a foul creature besmirches your presence.
No. The only thing fouler than whatever is infecting me at this moment is not being honest with my feelings. I love you, Denise!
You know what? That has been the straw that's broken the camel's back! You call me abomination, but you can't even bear to look at me!
Okay.
You don't love me! You're just liking me!
In this moment, you now have your opportunity to lay your healing hands. The contact that your eyes are making with Denise, making your eyes water, your nose bleed, but you must continue forward. You have to do it.
It's just a fear. You're not having a stroke.
This is how we experience fear on the sea!
Yeah, have you ever seen a cat see a cucumber? This is exactly what it is. All right, we're moving now, so let's see this healing.
It was as simple as that, with Denise holding onto my ankle.
You can see that healing has affected and spread throughout you.
Yeah,
Your
you
flesh,
both got
though still
sound.
desiccated and cracked, is now softer. A hint of warmth there. And pray tell, the faint feeling of a slow heartbeat within your chest.
I just want you to be happy, Denise.
As you rest momentarily in the wake of the chaos, you know that your journey has been long and fraught with peril, but it is almost at an end, and you continue on closer and closer to Ricky's resting place. The underground room into which you emerge is immense. Carvings and runes surround you, markings that should have kept the vessel still for centuries. The havoc is at its strongest here, and the chaos chart activates once more.
Hey, what'd you get, babe?
I got a 61.
Great, fabulous. That is going to be... Oh, that's scavenger hunt.
Scavenger hunt, what does that mean?
Yeah, the show cannot continue until someone in the audience shows us a piece of D&D memorabilia that they have on them.
All right, who's got memorabilia? Give me some lights. I need lights. All right, I see you got a hat there. What do you have there? Oh, the Dungeons & Dragons 20-sided Tavern pin available now, right now. Amazing. I see. I mean, you hold me up a hoodie.
I just needed the one. I don't have the time for everyone to show us their lovely
In
things.
this moment, the habit strikes your eyes and you see an infomercial for the Dungeons & Dragons and 20-sided Tavern official merch.
Oh no, it's the galactic cable again.
It's capitalism.
In this chaos, you see Derek. He shoots a bolt of energy which strikes Joe the man, hitting into the cave wall with magical force. Ah! Dang it, heroes. I won't be able to assist with any upcoming combat. Don't worry about me. Though you fear what is around you, I know that there is courage within you. Go forth, even if you have to do it with your eyes closed. With a resounding blow, the apprentice strikes the stone sarcophagus in the center of the room, threatening to unleash the havoc. Well, well, well. Lightning crashes overhead. You've made it to the room where everything will change. where the world will be torn down into its base elements to be reborn anew. Look at you. Heroes. Cowards.
Cowards? I'm sorry. A coward is somebody who runs from what they fear, and I don't see anybody running from you.
Yar!
You're not running yet, but you will be. Denise, you are havoc touched. You know the power that lies within you. In this moment, do you really want a life of weakness, a life of flesh and blood, or do you want to be bone and stone?
You know what, horny man?
That's what they called me in college.
These two have been nothing but rude. And now they want to win me back? To that I say no.
Then put her here, partner.
You gotta
Trickling, coursing through both of our bodies, you see the final bits of flesh fall away from Denise's body, and a beautiful, gleaming, bleached skeleton stands before you. Power radiating as tall as those Halloween decorations. It's time to erase you from this world. It's time for you. No, you're safe. It's time for you to die. And it is in this moment, here and now, that the apprentice form begins to shift. Using his abyssal magic, bolstered by the havoc, he becomes something bigger and badder and deadlier than ever before. But what has he become?
You see, before we set out on our quest, we solicited from all of you nouns and adjectives, and these were to help us build our big bad evil guy here at the end of the campaign. So, to find out what our adventurers are going up against, I'm turning to your suggestions. The apprentice has transformed into a rancid... standing on business...
Standing on business!
Spider!
Now, as you can probably guess, we didn't have a stat block for one of those, so stop, can you?
Yeah, I got you, babe. Give me a minute with those adjectives and nouns, I'll come up with something.
You can see that Garrett stands before you. Suddenly, his legs begin to spring out from his sides. Bristly hairs cover his entire form. His mouth turns into a set of menacing mandibles as he looks upon you. Body swollen and red, an hourglass on his abdomen. Webs begin to spread across the entire chamber as he scurries up to one of them. The demon has become his final form, his truest form. It is time, noble patrons of the 20-Sided Tavern, I introduce to you for the first and final time your unique creation, the Rancid, standing on business, Spider! As you face down this terrifying creature, let's determine our order of attack, and once again, roll for initiative.
Yeah! Right. I have a +1 to initiative, 15 +1 for 16.
16, Denise.
I'm a little confused. Am I fighting against the spider or with the spider?
You're fighting with me unless you make a different character choice.
Fantastic. That's a 9 +1.
For a 10.
10, all right, we're on the same side, that'll work.
That's a 12 plus 3 for a 15.
15,
And have a +7 to initiative.
woo! Yeah, baby. 16 +7 for definitely first.
I hear you. No.
Alright, so that's going to be 23 initiative for the apprentice. So our order of attack is going to be first the apprentice Spider, then Persica, then Tamberlane, and last but not least the apprentice's ally, Denise.
Yes, that is their colloquial name. Thank you.
But before any of you can react, the spider takes a lair action. It begins to cast webs across all of you, trying to ensnare you. I'm gonna need y'all to make a strength saving throw to see if you can beat this. Denise, you do not have to roll. You are immune to webbing.
And I'm using Aura Protection. This is specific to me and Tamberlane. Adds +2 to the saving throw.
Great, +2 to the saving throw.
Okay, so that's going to be a +5 for me. That is a 16 +5 for
All right, I have a -1, so it's going to even out to just a +1 here. That's a 9.
All right, Persica, you're gonna succeed. What? Persica's gonna succeed. Tamberlane, you are ensnared. As the webs come flying towards you, Persica, you're able to dodge out of the way, counting them down as they come towards you. But meanwhile, he grabs his big spinneret from his abdomen and shoots a giant glob of spiderweb, completely ensnaring Tamberlane. You are now functionally immobile. You can make a strength saving throw at the end of your turn to see if you can succeed on disadvantage on your attacks. Now,
is he up in the air at all, or is it just on the ground?
now he is. He's up in the air. Yeah, he is 40 feet up in the web. For now, we're going to go ahead. It's technically the spider's turn next, but I'm going to hold my action. So we go now to Persica.
Yar. I could either use my thorax, or I could do the kiss of the Spider Woman.
Nice. A for thorax, B for a very good Broadway show. It's your choice.
Getting a movie treatment with Jonathan Lopez.
Yeah, my old mentor used to be, was in Kiss of the Spider Woman.
B!
All right, Kiss of the Spider Woman. Oh, I'm so excited. What does this mean?
So that means this is going to be the kiss of death for you, Spider.
I'm a woman, and I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah! Always how I imagine the spider dies.
Diagram.
Okay, so what I am going to do in this case is I am going to do a branding smite, but utilizing my whip. This is going to be, so it's essentially a +6 double attack roll with a branding smite attack.
Nice. Yes. All right. Amazing, amazing. Go ahead and roll to hit. It's going to be 2 attacks, right?
Okay, yes. So the first one is a 19 and a 10.
That's going to hit.
15 and 25. Okay, and then next one.
And now I will say,
If I re-roll this, I'm re-rolling both of them.
No.
I would like a no. All right, so it looks like one of those is going to hit, one of them is going to miss. The spider is facing down on you. It's standing on one of the walls.
Okay.
Vile venom dripping from its mandibles.
Yar. So what I do is I take off me whip. And as I go to face it down, I skitter up its web as well. And I say, you've denied me my immortality.
Immortality! Soon you'll be forgotten. Web in the wind.
I know that all we are is web in the wind in the end. But what really matters is love. And if I have to go, at least I'll know I was loved by Tamberlane. And perhaps, shut up! By Tamberlane, and if nothing else an act of love is, I can let Denise go. I want her to be happy, even if it isn't without me! And I go, and as I look for the first, I see beautiful Denise, and it makes me falter for just a moment. My whip goes wide, but then...
You'll have to try harder than that.
Okay!
You slice across the hourglass on the abdomen of the spider. Green blood begins to seep out from its cracked exoskeleton.
And with that, you take 18 points of damage!
Spider reels. It gets up on its hind legs and smashes its pincers in the air. We're going to go ahead and keep that train moving. We're going to go ahead and now to Tamberlane. What would you like to do?
I could become an angel of music, or I could embrace the havoc.
A for another great Broadway show, B for Embrace the Havoc. It's your choice.
It's coming back in a precarious off-Broadway way. Yeah, fantastic. Hey!
All right, Angel of Music, sing for me!
Feel like playing some D&D tonight, folks?
I mean, Battleship's been going well so far.
I don't have a stat block or a rule for any of this, but I want to try and use the horn of blowing things up.
All right. This is a very powerful magical item that you are not attuned to. We are going to need to roll for that. Stop.
Yeah, you also are currently ensnared, and you are also afraid, so you have a lot of disadvantages to get over.
Yeah, but my mouse is free.
Is that so?
I might be able to help with this if I can successfully put heroism upon him. It will stop him from being frightened.
Let me see. All right. Go ahead. DC 13 charisma check. That's gonna be for you, Will. See if you can beat a DC 13. If you do, you will at least remove the frightened, but you would still be restrained.
Charisma save?
Or yes.
Charisma save, yes.
Okay, great. That is +7 for a 25.
You are no longer afraid, though you are still restrained. Instead of triple disadvantage, we'll just do normal disadvantage.
Where's it go? Stick the horn in my mouth!
I thought you'd never ask.
The horn takes its place among your lips. We need a roll for this.
We do need a roll for it, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look at your sheet here real quick. Alright, so you are not attuned to this magical item. I'm not even going to give you your normal +1 to Arcana. You're going into this with...
It's a musical instrument.
Straight roll. What?
Musical instrument, I'm proficient. Would that not be performance?
Okay. Performance at disadvantage?
I'm gonna do performance at disadvantage. You are not attuned to this item. I'm only gonna give you half. You're only getting
All right.
5.
Can I negate the disadvantage with my pocket advantage?
Boom, there it is.
Well, it's a flat roll. Flat roll, +5 only. And if you are not successful, this will backfire on you, and this item will not be able to be used for the ritual.
All right, let's go ahead and see the DC that you need to beat. The DC is going to be the same as the armor class for the spider, a 19. It is in this moment he is going to use his held action. He is going to attack. He is going to try and bite you, infecting you with poison.
I also have to do this to you because you're the only person who has now said it twice and they're going to turn on me. You have said flesh twice.
But instead of them taking damage,
you're going to take 5 points.
5 for each of them, 15 points of damage. That was the secret word, as you can feel your sleeper cell activate behind you.
That's so gross. Pee-wee's Playhouse secret word is flesh.
We're not going to continue, my love.
Amazing. He burns away. You are now freed from this. He is going to take his attack in this moment, trying to come up against you and biting you straight here in the belly with its massive pincers. What is your armor class? I believe it's a 13?
Lucky 13, baby.
Lucky 13. This is going to be a strength attack, so he's going to get a +3 to this.
It's cute.
15 +3. Let me go ahead and roll some damage for that real fast.
Oh no.
Yar! Timberlane, watch out!
He stabs you as you can feel the veins come inside of you. Veins begin to become blackened.
Well, you know it. You did say your mouth was free.
It happens all the time. Your veins become necrotic and green. Constitution saving throw to save your poison, DC 15.
Oh my god.
Resist the effects of the poison, but you will still take 8 points of damage.
Oh my god.
Now we come, finally, to my ally, Denise. Denise, what would you like to do? Two options.
Hi!
Let her cook.
I can either shatter their dreams or show them just how dusty Denise can be.
A for shatter their dreams, B for dusty Denise, it's your choice.
Alright, it's going to be B, my love. What are you thinking?
Alright, dusty Denise.
This is my dust devil. I don't...
Very good. It's a DC 15 strength save from me. Well, from who are you?
Well, am I attacking them both at the same time?
Yeah, I say you can.
Great.
You got dust devils here. I'm gonna need you to each make a strength saving throw. DC?
15.
DC 15, let's start it off with Persica.
Okay, strength saving throw?
Strength saving throw, DC 15.
Okay, here we go. 11 +3 for a 14.
14. Tamberlane, we go to you now.
I hear you. If you would like to save your reroll, let me hear you.
Save
Yes.
Okay, but that's kind of the question I asked. And if you want to use your reroll, let me hear you. You want to reroll for Tamberlane?
Alright, this is a strength saving throw for Tamberlane and for Maddie. I'm gonna say if we can, however the outcome is on this, it will re-roll both of your rolls and we will take that one singular roll for both of you.
Okay.
So I'm gonna need each of y'all to prepare for a feat of strength. What will you be doing?
I can plank it.
Planking, fantastic, Maddie.
Push-ups.
Push-ups. All right, stop. How
So while they are doing that, all of you, my adventurers, get those devices out because you're going to be doing again some full group multi-clicks. You've seen them before. We've attempted them. Let's be successful now. You are going to have 3 chances to complete 2 of them. So the longer you take, the longer they have to do this.
All right.
On my mark,
Get set.
go.
Keep going. Come on. We need 2 out of 3 of these to succeed.
Stop! Stop!
There's 1.
Keep going. Keep going. We're gonna cue up the next one now. Don't slow down. Don't slow down. 3, 2.
So here's the deal. We are re-roll with advantage, which are each just going to roll at one time. We'll take the higher of the 2. It will apply to both of you.
And what strength modifier will we use? Whose is highest?
This one.
Plus 3. All right. So first roll plus 3. It'll apply to both. We'll take the highest. Go.
Denise might be attacking us. This is for Denise.
4 or a 7.
This is not in your favor tonight.
Oh, you got this, Will. Let's go.
It'll be a 16 plus 3 for a 19. However,
They still
they will be taking half damage.
All right, Denise, go ahead, roll for damage and paint me a picture.
Okay.
In this moment, you can see the spider reeling, its legs beginning to curl, half singed.
Come here, spider. As Denise puts on these glasses of evil and mounts the spider, and a spotlight appears. You thought I was Denise. You abused me with your harsh words about my wrong-looking bones. You called me abomination, and quite frankly, you hurt my feelings. So now, you will see the power of me. The full evil dust devil!
Denise begins to spin out of control. Debris flies everywhere, striking you all. What is the half damage?
3 points of damage.
3 points of damage.
Can we try to do one thing to free Denise from the havoc? One thing.
Denise's choice has been made, and player agency must be respected. It is with this hint, hints given, hints taken, that I must unfortunately say this combat has been a failure. Denise and the apprentice stand together hand in hand, and they begin to go. She hops on the spider's back, it skitters up through the ceiling, but not before throwing a poisonous jab at the wizard.
Oh, damn.
He strikes JTM, dealing him a near mortal blow. With this, any lingering effects of the chaos chart dissipate. Now freed, JTM gathers alongside you. Well, damn, I didn't see that one coming. Stay strong, heroes. Though only 3 of us remain, we must work as hard as we can, using the items we've gathered to seal this havoc away. And as he removes the stone top from the stone sarcophagus, a plume of corrupted magic bursts forth. I hope you've gathered your items and that your memory is clear. Any misplaced items will prove disastrous. My life force will serve as the conduit to bolster your successes, but I will suffer from your failures. As in this moment, the wizard takes out a sickle, cuts off his hand, and puts it inside of the ritual pot. That ritual has begun. Can you remember the order of the original mystical items, and will their power be enough?
Ring.
Let's find out.
Ring.
Can you recall the ritual's order, and will your items be powerful? Which of the original artifacts was used first in the initial binding? It's your choice.
I can almost hear Denise's voice in my head. And we have to persevere. What would Denise do?
The ring. What item do you have for the ring of giant strength?
Yar, I have the earring of huge musculature, and I use it to bind the havoc.
You see the wizard's injuries healing once more. Which of the original items would have come next?
It's fine.
Stay with me, Tom.
It's hard.
The flint. That's the flint.
It's fine.
She went with it. I don't know. The flint.
What item do you have to evoke the power of the speed?
Yar, I have the nimble thimble, and I use it to bind the havoc.
You correctly identified this item, and Jeff the man health maintains, but there's further still to go. Which item would have come next?
Helm.
I have to think. What would
Unyielding
Denise
helm.
do? In better times, no. She would.
The helm.
What item do you have to evoke the power of the unyielding helm?
I have my precious horn of blown up! I use it to bind the havoc!
The wizard's
Spectacles are
words
next.
are filled. The rotting flesh becomes whole once more. Halfway there, heroes, but what item is supposed to come next?
Spectacles.
Spectacles.
Yep.
Spectacles.
What item do you have to evoke the power of the spectacles of planes viewing?
I have my beloved one-size-fits-all shades! And I use them to bind the havoc!
The wizard's flesh is whole
'cause the
once
point is-
more.
Tone's left.
What item will come next?
Tome.
Then we can find out, right?
Search some.
The tome.
What item can evoke the power of the Tome of the Sage?
Yar, I take a look at the spinning doomsweek clock and I say, it's not today. And I use it to bind the havoc.
The magic of the ritual brightens, but stay the course. Which item would have gone last?
Coin.
The coin.
For the memory of her.
Or Denise.
The coin.
What item do you have to evoke the coin of incidental luck?
We have the free drink token! Bind the havoc!
Is correct and good. JTM breathes a sigh of relief. The ritual is complete. Your surroundings seem to glow as the magic around you swells. Chaos and order battle for power as ancient energies swirl in thrilling contest. The weave itself feels like it's about to crash in on you. As the air grows brighter and surroundings grow more unstable, there is one final flash of noise and light and wildness, and then silence. And this is where our story comes to an end. The magic of the binding is so perfect, so powerful, that it not only banishes this evil, but it repairs some of the wickedness that perpetually infects settings like Faerun. The havoc retreats back to its lair, banished from this plane, and the tomb instead emanates a healing and restorative peace. For a time, the inhabitants of the Sword Coast live well as this peaceful influence flows out of Waterton and into the world at large. Bigotry is banished. Fear and hatred abate. Everything, for a brief, beautiful moment, is as good in reality as it is in our most optimistic imaginings. Though this victory came at a great cost, let us find out what became of our valiant heroes.
Yar. Persica still loved Denise and wanted to make right what could be. Not to reset things into the old ways, but to accept Denise as she is in the present moment. Because unconditional love is important, especially in this day and age. she relocated with Tamberlane to the nearest city she was spotted, Gotham. And together, they pursued Denise through the streets, her known colloquially as Catwoman, and Tamberlane, known from his grievous injuries with the BBG as Spider-Man.
Denise had gone on a long journey with the spider until she realized that what is love without forgiveness? And though her two friends had called her abomination, and they did not appreciate the beauty of her bone structure, Denise nevertheless continued searching for true love. Whether she found it is a story for another day.
Good.
That was one hell of a spider bite. Tamberlane woke up the next morning in his aunt's house and suddenly found that he didn't need his glasses anymore. His vision was complete. He had a rippling washboard six-pack abs and shredded physique. But he remembered something that Denise said from years gone by. With great power.
All my little Amandas. What adventure will you go on next? One where you vanquish evil and battle your own chaotic forces? Or will you decide to join forces with an evil spider and leave behind those you adventured with? This journey is over, but the tale of your own life continues, however you choose to tell it. And I hope if you can take one thing from tonight's quest, it is this. Tomorrow's story is still unwritten, and you are its truest authors.
And how will tomorrow's adventurers fare when they step into a land of your creation? Will they triumph in combat? Will they learn from their mistakes?
Will they gain new superpowers or acquire harsh supervillains?
Will the world and its peoples be saved by your successes? Or will their failures usher them on to a path of everlasting chaos?
As Denise said, that, of course, is a story for another day.
Tonight at the 20 Sided Tavern.